Generic greetings and welcome back to our lovely town of Genericsville, obviously on City Skylines. We've got a very nice road that sort of snakes down here. In fact, it's not a very nice road, it's a little bit dodgy. Like, if you actually look at it, it's not exactly straight. It sort of goes up and down and around, and if you have brake failure at any one of these, you're pretty much going to die. In fact, the entire town so far is a bit of a death trap. I mean, just up here, you've got, oh, there's a railing, but you've got, like, little barbecues, and then if you start rolling downhill, well, you either crash into trees and then it might stop you, or you just go down the hill and then, yeah, that's quite a big drop. Either way, in the previous episode, what we managed to do is do this sort of river run town. It's called Riverside here. And as you can see, it's essentially a road that comes down all the way from this side, so you can actually come off the highway and go around it here. Now, this is actually going to cause us a little bit of an issue later on, I feel, but we'll see how it goes. We do need to connect this up to the highway a little bit better, because at the moment they're going to have to come down and then all the way around. But that's just something else. Either way, they come down here and then around, and then, as you can see, we've started to get people moving in as well, because these are some residential. In fact, they're all starting to move in here, which is very, very nice. And then they come down this part, which is all commercial. Now, I know some people have said I've got too much commercial. Yes, you are right, but it will actually all come in eventually. It doesn't really matter if you put too much. It's actually worse if you do it the other way around. Some people have said what we should probably do is change all of these here to commercial, and the reason for that is they don't really mind the noise so much as the residential. I might get on to doing that, but we'll have to see how it goes. What I'm going to do is just make sure that is set to... I can't set that to residential. Is that a park? That is a park. That's why I can't set it. Anyway, we might be changing that. Anyway, at the back end of last episode, we also bought this section here. As you can see, it's a fairly big lump of land. And what we want to do is expand the commercial, which is exactly what we're going to do now. So let's just go a road and then to a 2-lane road. And we want to get probably the standard 2-lane road, which I believe is 4-lane road with a little strip in the middle. And then what we'll do is from here, we'll have to go across the railway line. Now, that is something I didn't really anticipate. How are we going to get over the railway line? We're probably going to have to demolish that bit of road there, which is obviously going to cut that power plant off and then turn the entire place into darkness. So what is the best way of doing this? We're going to have to raise the road up a bit, and we'll do that, probably. That, and then down to there is... probably is the best I can actually manage it. It goes over the top, that's fine, and then that is still connected to a road, that's fine. Okay, and then obviously we want to go straight down. We've got snapping on, but I think what I'll do is I'll get it to about there, and then I'm just going to sort of try to line it up with this one as well, and then we'll go over to... oh no, we won't go there. What I want to do, again, is go up and over, and then down as well to about... let's see, it's too steep if we go down. We could sort of curve it round. You can see that's actually a very, very... oh, yeah, it's actually a sort of a mountainy thing there. What we'll do is we'll put curve roads on, and we'll go to there, and then to there. And then that'll curve it round, you see. And that'll be like a sort of off-ramp. That seems to be... no, it doesn't seem to be about right at all. We'll delete that bit. We'll go back over to it, and then we'll say there, and then... actually, no, we'll go there, and then there. And what I want to do is spin the camera around so it's a little bit easier. Back down to standard levels, which is not standard levels for some reason. Why is it not doing that? It's not actually going to standard ground height. Let's just place that, and there, oh, there we go. It's actually done it, so that's fine. Right, actually, I'm gonna get rid of that, knowing that I can curve it round without it being without being too problematic. We'll go to there, and then that should place it. Oh my good grief! Look at the state of that road. Perhaps we should make it less treacherous, I think is the right term. So along here, and curve to there, and then we'll go down. But we'll use straight road to go down to... that's the wrong way, that's a bridge, to about there, and then we should be able to connect up to there. Yeah, that's much better. In fact, it sort of goes round, as you might expect. You know, you've got like this dip in it, and what it does is it goes up and over the railway line. All that is quite low, that. That is very, very low. Look, the cables, you can only just see it. No, hang on. The cables for the railway line are only just missing that bridge. Either way, this goes round, and then you can see it's pretty much a nice straight shot up to there. Excellent. The problem is we aren't connected here, but there's nothing we can really do about that. Anyway, that's fine. I think that is No problem at all. We're just going to expand this along. And then what I want to do, as before, is then just stretch this right down to about there for now. And then what I'll do is have a T section that comes off. Probably there. And then we'll connect this up like so. Excellent. Right. So we can easily just go to commercial and then change this now. I have to be careful here because I believe we are very close to getting onto the big town, which gives us high density, gives us office zones, high density commercial, and high density residential. But yeah, you don't actually get high density industry, you just get office zones. So we should just be able to paint all of this then. This should be fine. Here we go. And then we'll paint all of this. Job done. And there we go. Right. We do eventually want a proper off-ramp here. Like another way to get off the road. I don't know what the best way of doing it is. There's a plane! And there it goes. Bye, plane! It's not a biplane, it's a jet. But anyway. Right, so obviously a lot of people are shouting that they don't have jobs, or rather they can't staff the thing. You can see there you go, look, not enough workers. But there's only a little bit of people wanting residential zone, which is strange because you would think, with what we've got, you would think that there'd be enough people here. Okay, we'll have to check that out. So, in terms of people around here, we're not too bad. So there's still demand going up for it. What we'll probably have to do then is on this side, we'll have to start to get more residential. Obviously, we'll get high density at some point, but I don't want really high density around here. Or do I? The thing is, originally the idea was always to have this highway coming in, and then you come over to this nice little, like, this would be the outskirts of the town, then the main one would be on this, but you can't see it because it's so pitch black. But it would be over there, but I don't know if we're going to do that. We'll just see how it goes. Right, okay. So, over to roadings, and what we need to do is have, well, that's where we've got, like, garbage disposal and such. We do need a main road that will go over to there. So what I'll do is go over to this 3-laner, and that's one-way 3-laner. 6-lane road with decorative trees is always good. I should really upgrade all of these to have that, or rather this center one with decorative trees, because it gives you I think it's like less noise. It has. Anyway, what we'll do, we will curve this road in 2 ways. We want to have it go probably off here and then over there, and we have to be very careful because there is like a bit of a slope there. Okay, what we'll do, we're going to buy, oh, it's in 2 sections, that's a problem. We're going to have to buy both of these sections if we really want to do that. Alright, okay. Let's just focus on this bit then. So, over to the road, from here, curvy road, probably from there and then over to there. That's alright. That goes pretty much where I want it. Oh, apart from there's a railway line there again. We'll sort that out later on. We only need to go to about that point. Right, and then from off this, we'll go to standard roads. 2-lane road, which these are 2-lane roads. And what we'll do, we'll have a similar sort of system. So, just curving off from each individual bit here. Want to have essentially different streets. And there won't be any real design to this, other than it needs to all connect up eventually. Like I say, trying to make it interesting and a bit different. It's easier to go from a big road to a small road and connect it up like that, you see. And then perhaps like so in a little sort of cul-de-sac. No, you don't want to drive the road straight like that because you can't place it at the end of it. You place stuff on the side. So maybe that goes in like that. That's not too bad. Alright, this is still a nightmare in this corner, but whatever. And then we'll go over there. Pull these roads down like so. We will have a connection over here. We'll probably have one further in as well. Like so. And then perhaps we'll have like a crescent shape from that one already there. like so. That's not bad. Just building it away. Just need to make sure we connect things up in the right place. And, that road's a little bit dodgy. It's not placing it correctly. It's probably because of snap. That's about right. That's okay. Right, little bit of a section here, so we need to move that on. And then there's another one here, which we can build around and over to there, and then another one into this corner, and then finally from this crossroad we go into there. Right, so that's a fairly big chunk there, so we should be able to just go to residential. And is it going to be best if I just do like this? We're going to get most of the area I want, so I think that's probably best if we just do that. Then I'll pause it for a second while I just go down and rebuy some of this. Now I do need to change a little bit of it because of the way the game works. You know, it's like designated some of this as commercial, some of it as residential. So we'll change that in but a moment. But we should be alright for now. Just go around and finish these ones off. This road here obviously doesn't have anything on it. It doesn't have any like commercial or anything like that. But it should do. So we will be changing it at some point. So that's going to be commercial over here. We want to get rid of that bit there. And these little bits we don't want. Actually, no, that should be about right. And then those are correct, I believe. Right, so, sorted. There's all of the road put in. As you can see, it's not too bad. It's very similar to this. It's very... Once you get, like, a lot of stuff in it, it looks, like, fairly cool. There's a high school with loads and loads of ambulances going past. Oh, very nice. Not very nice. I don't know where it's going. It could just be, oh, someone's cut the thumb or something. But, you know, they could have also fallen out one of these trees and broken every bone in the body. Or they could have tried and done an Evel Knievel job over the entire gorge and completely balls it up. We will never know. Unless the chirper tells us. Have you lost your wallet? Nope, not there. New NG matters, blah, 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 whatever. Thank you for amazing vacation. See you next year. That's from Ashton Jackson. Thomas Blake, what a lovely day for a walk. Excellent. I wonder, you know, I know this, a lot of people play this on Twitch, like well, pretty much like every game is pretty much on there. But, I wonder if there's some way to connect up the tweeter to the Twitch chat. That would be an interesting one. Oh, yeah, that's burning down. Yep, that's not good at all. In fact, we should probably check that. Oh, by the way, you can see I've got a lot of money. I just put it in because, yeah, the people have just... I think everyone's just happy with just having not unlimited funds, but if we need it, we'll put it in because why not? It just slows us down otherwise. Yeah, this entire place is just a fire hazard because there's no fire station around here. So we're going to put a fire station in, and next to it we'll put, obviously, the complimentary police station as well. We do actually have a police headquarters, but we don't yet have the prison, but we do want to put a prison in at some point. In terms of schooling, there is no schools around here, so we will put some schools in, and also a bit of high school as well. But actually what we'll probably do, we will leave a little bit of a gap. I'm going to go over to our section here for gardens and such, and we'll put like a little Japanese garden there. Very, very nice. And then we'll put a high school next to it. So there's something in between. Excellent. We also haven't got a bus route around here. And a lot of people said we should have a bus route going around the front. And I totally agree. We really should have a bus route. So what I'm going to do is... There's a bus station. It's a very, very big thing, as you can see. But we don't really need a bus station here. We just need routes and such. So I'm going to go for bus lanes. Sorry, not bus lane. I'm going to go for... oh, no, it is just a bus lane. So, what we'll do from Riverside here, we'll go across and we'll go around. Essentially, we'll go all the way around like so, straight across, and it's just going to stop pretty much at every opportunity. Now, that's a problem. It only goes to there. I'm going to have to pause it a second while I essentially connect these two up. Now, this should be an interesting thing, because we're going to have to essentially curve right round and go all the way around, but... This, because of the way this works, we need to go straight ahead, but we can't. We'll have to go over to a three-lane road here, and then go like that. But that's going to delete some parts of this one. It's going to delete some of this. Oh god, it's actually done it really bad. You know what I'm going to do? It's a nightmare. I can't see anything. How do I change the... no, normal speed. That's the one. So let's get it so I can actually see something. There we go. Right, so I can actually see what I'm doing now, which is always useful. So we'll delete that. And we're going to build this road so it goes up and over to there isn't too bad. That's a tunnel. We don't want tunnel. Go to there, and that does level it off, so we're fine about that. We're okay with that. Having that connect, however, is going to be a bit of a nightmare, but let's see what the game can manage. So here we go. From there, we want to connect over with a straight road to there, which is distance too short. Well, that's understandable, because it is too short, but if we go back to curvy road, that's not curvy road, that's deleting road, over to here, that's a problem. Snapping off. I said snapping off. To there. And then there. Oh god, that's sharp, isn't it? That's very sharp. But it does connect it up, which is what we were after. Okay, back over to our bus lanes. And then we need to go from here. And we want to then bring it round and then start finishing it off at like all of the points of interest. And then there we go. So we've got a nice bus route that goes all the way around there. Excellent. Right, pause it for just 1 second while we have a quick check. We've got a bit of a problem with power. I want to say a bit of a problem. I mean, we're not powering anything up. But we'll do that. And then... ooh. Will that work? Actually, that should work, because we should be able to delete that. And then all of that should be now connected up. He says, without much degree of confidence, even though he's just done it. I'll unpause it. I'll see if it fixes it. There we go. And then... everything is powered up. Excellent. Actually, there's a power there. There's power there, look. So we should be able to just delete... well, we should be able to delete this. We don't need these anymore. Because we got power over here. And eventually they'll all connect up anyway. Right, okay, so first thing I need to do now is go over to our new estate and make sure that there is water, which obviously there isn't, because we've only just placed it. So let's just connect this water up. There has been people tell me in the previous comments that there is a mod to automate water. Now, I'm not entirely sure which mod it is, but I'm not going to use it because, well, as I said at the start of the series, I'm not against mods. In fact, I'm running several now. When people wanted to use that, I'll go through them in just a moment. But I don't want to mod it too much because it can start breaking, especially when you get new updates to the game. And also, if they just change one mod, it could then really mess around with everything else. So I'm trying to use a few mods as possible. So at the moment, I'm using the first person mod, which essentially allows you to, well, go first person. It just removes the UI and stuff, and then you can have a look around to check out lovely, lovely smoky industry like that. Breathe it in. There we go. You've also got a... extra couple of traffic mods. So I've got traffic plus plus. I've not got it activated, but I've got I think there's traffic plus plus, and there's an additional network system which gives you all of these roads, and then I've got the time changes as well. And I've got auto delete on for automatic demolishing because I don't like to go around and automatically demolish stuff, and that's pretty much it. Right, so I'll have a quick look over here. We can see that we've got a lot of people moving in. That's pretty good. I'm guessing the bus helped, which is good. In fact, there's some coaches. Now, this is a problem because of these traffic lights here. Traffic lights are always an issue, and one of the mods that does allow you to change like traffic and stuff like that, and traffic lights. I'm not entirely convinced. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, look at that. Massive amounts of problems there because of just the traffic that's coming along here. It will ease up a bit, so it's not too bad. There's a fair bit of traffic around here, and obviously there's a very, very big amount of traffic. The reason that is quite bad is because essentially all of these trucks from here are then coming off and then going onto this road. Now, obviously that'll change once I put another intersection in, which I might as well do now. So let's have a quick look. We've got several different intersections. Some of these are mods. That's one of the mods. That's another mod that someone's put in. It's fairly cool. I really do like these. Now, what I could probably do, actually, looking at this, is probably spur it off. We probably don't need to... do too much to it. Because essentially we just need both lanes. So this lane here is easy. You just essentially bring it off from about there, down, and then curl it around. The other side, however, is going to be problematic. So we'll go over to highway. And it is a 3-lane highway. Which is, this is the standard 3-lane highway. Is that with wall? No. With sound barrier. Let's have a quick look at sound barrier 1. 1 second. So sound barrier. That's with sound barrier, which is not what we've got. That's with sound barrier, but we haven't got that. So we've just got the standard 3-laner. So, the question is, for a start, can I go underneath here? Yes, you can. Right, you can go underneath, this is exactly what I wanted to know. So I'm going to delete those. And then I'm going to, from here, spur it off, go around and underneath this section, and then this one's going to sort of curve around and join next to it. And then we'll go to a bit of a roundabout, and then we can connect it over to here. That is the plan. Let's see if that actually works. So, we want a road, we want our curved road. We've got additional bending off, so we want to sort of, from here, with a curvy road. Actually, we'll probably curve it off like so, but we need to go down like that, and then we'll go underneath like so. There you go. So it curves down, then underneath the same thing. Excellent. Right. That's perfect. That's pretty much exactly what I wanted. I'm very surprised it worked. I'm not used to something working for me. Right. So from there, we want this to spur off. Space already occupied, it's saying, which is, well, true enough, I guess. How are we going to do this? Probably from there. And then down to there. And then over to... Actually, we'll probably just go straight road. Over to there. And then what we'll do is we will curve it round. So, the next curve is going to be a tiny bit to... We'll put snapping on, actually. Oh, I thought I toggled snapping. So that's snapping off. That's snapping on. Okay. To there and there. And then this one will come down to there. Right, so there's two parts of the motorway, and I've just checked that they are, yes, they are built correctly as well. Okay, so there's two bits of the motorway. So what I'm going to do is, essentially, it's going to be this 2-lane road here. Hang on, where if we can find it. Do we want to put a roundabout here? I don't think we really need one at the moment, but as always, it's probably best to overdo it. So we'll have a heavy road, 3-lane one-way, and then we'll connect it up there to there, and then a round bit goes there. So we want to go half grid to half grid to probably half again, bit of a straight to there, half to half, then half to half, which gives you an oval about, but it gives you an about, which is the main thing. Right, over to non-one-way road, this thing, and then straight sections, and we will essentially make a straight section right to about there, and then curvy road, and slowly just, I think we'll curve it from there to there. There you go. Right, so let's just see what the traffic does here. So, if anything's going to come into this industrial estate, it could now go this way. Now, whether or not that works or not is a completely different story. So, they can come down here and then go in there. Or they can come along here and then take a right, down, and then in. I've just said all those things, and it's not happening. Now, that either means that they don't want to go there, or that it's more efficient to go elsewhere. Or I've messed up somehow. One-way road, one-way highways. I don't know. I've actually realised there's a huge amount of traffic around here. None of it's going into the city, look. Most of it's coming down here, up this on-ramp, and then onto the highway, and then going away from the city. It's like, nope, you do not want to go there. It is horrible. I might have messed that road up, but we'll see how it goes. Right, okay, so, what's that? They're saying taxes are too high. What are my taxes? 13%. That's okay. That's fine. In terms of loans, haven't really taken the other one. It's fine. We are getting more people, which is nearly 5,000 people. Currently got power usage and water usage. Smoke detection we haven't got on there. We are currently losing a little bit of money, but nothing of great note. Nothing that I'm really bothered about. I'm going to speed up to max speed just to see if we can get more people in here. A couple of people have said about dams. Now, they said this would be a great place to put a dam here, and you are right. Putting a dam around here would be pretty good, because that's fast-flowing water, and it would back up, but it would back up quite a ways. Now, my plan, actually, it was a bit of a follow-up from that, is what we'll do, we'll put a dam at this end, but we'll keep it quite low, because as you can see, we've got an issue with these things. Like, I mean, look, that guy's fishing there, and he's actually just caught a fish, so well done, mate. What will probably happen is that, well, that's like a fairly big drop, and it doesn't seem to work very well, and you can see there's a huge sort of drop off here. What I want to do is raise the water level up to about here, about this level here, so maybe a couple of meters below street level. So that means putting a dam around here, straight across, and then that should raise the water level up enough so that it'll bring this up. Obviously, we'll delete all these roads and these additional pieces, but we will put them back in. It'll just be something we'll do after. Oh, that's not something you want to look up at, is it? That's burning down, isn't it? Oh yeah, that's a stunt truck. Did you see that? Oh, fault tech. Fault tech. Yeah, I saw what they did there. Fault tech, Fallout reference, all of that. The fact that it's called fault tech, I really like. Oh, spot on. Okay, so we've got no. Oh, hang on. People are starting to use it. Look, they're going down there and then they're going in this way instead. Excellent. Let's just have a quick look. Why is there so much fire around here? There's so much fire. I don't know why. Let's just check this thing. Health is okay. In terms of our crematorium, we haven't got one actually. The cemetery usage is 3%. In terms of fire, our hazard is quite high over the industrial estate, as it normally is. What I'm going to do is actually delete the old little fire station, yes, and I'm going to put in a big one, like there you go, bump. That'll hopefully fix the issue. In terms of crime, it's quite low, which is fantastic. Education is okay for high school and fine for elementary school as well. Transport is good. We've got a couple of taxi ranks around here, which we haven't got down the bottom. I should probably fix that. Let's just go over to a bus. No, we don't want a bus station. Where's our taxi ranks? So we've got a taxi rank, but we haven't got any taxis around here. So what I'll do, anywhere that there is like a little gap on this side of the road, I will put a little sort of rank in, like so. Because it fits in. It's sort of non-obtrusive, and it would make sense where it being there. There you go. That's actually a perfect place for them, look. So you can come down to Riverside, get yourself a nice bit of fishing, get yourself a... What the hell is that? Home of the Stuff Store. Hang on. Hang on. Done. Right, we now have our own store. I don't know what it sells, but yeah, that's the that's our store. Oh, spot on, spot on. Right, so I just want to check power for a moment. We can see, oh, there's abandoned buildings around here. That'll get deleted at some point. We've got good electricity availability. I'm going to delete the electrical power lines over here because we don't need them anymore because we are connected there. And obviously all of this is the same sort of deal. We don't need all of this. And we don't need any of this now, really, because it's all connected up. So that's fine. This one we don't need either. It's just this little bit we do need to keep. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to delete these sections. The reason for that is because we could probably do it a bit better like so. There we go. Right. So we've removed most of that. Excellent. Okay. In terms of industry, obviously we've got nothing coming over here yet. I'm guessing that's because, sewage treatment and water availability is quite low. We need to resolve that. What we'll do then is, actually from here, we will put another water intake and obviously connect that up. Like so. Sewage treatment, we don't have sewage treatment. We just have a outflow pipe. Now I know a lot of people have mentioned this, that we've got a problem with this here. Yes, you are right. But there's nothing I can do about it at the moment. We don't have the water treatment plant. Some people have said to mod it in. I actually think it's probably not a bad idea at all. Landfill usage is going up, which is starting to get a little bit worrying. We do need the incineration, which we're almost going to get, actually. As soon as we hit the 6,000 people, we should be okay. Let's just take a look at our new area here, and we can see that, actually, it's not too bad at all. Look at that. I mean, that is a nice house. Oh, look. And he's sitting with his daughter. I'm assuming daughter. Just saying, look, this is a book, and apparently you read it by mashing it. Or is that a tablet? That'll be a tablet. And then he walked through the window. Right, okay, the place is haunted. Fine. Let's have a quick look over. Oh, look at that. Aurora Borealis, lovely. We've got some tasty noodles. More tasty noodles. And that looks like a squirrel on a spinning donut. Cool. Right. These shops are just weird. What else have we got? Fall in Dental. Well, I'll be honest. With the amount of donut shops around here. There's one down there. There's one here. You're going to need a dentist, aren't you, with all that sugar? Your teeth will just be rotten. Anyway, we are going to leave it there. Not a bad episode, I feel. We've almost got ourselves the big town, you got to call it achievement, milestone, I guess, which gives another 2k expansion, as well as some level 5 buildings, metro systems, other things like, you know, different tax rates, and also high density residential, stuff like that. The one I'm mainly going for, I really want the incineration plant, and then going over to the hydro dam, as well as the train station and stuff like that, which is the next one as well. But as always, comments in the comments. I think we're progressing on okay, but obviously if there's any mistakes, things like that, by all means let me know. Thank you very much for watching, take care, and generic partings.